I filmed this video initially June 1st, Sunday morning. I had hoped to get it edited and uploaded on last Sunday, but I was leaving that day for a job I had out of town, and I was kind of in a hurry. It's a whole hassle when you're doing stuff out of town because you got to make sure you're bringing everything you're bringing, and there's a lot of considerations. And then I was gone for 5 days to get a little out of town work done. Didn't get any video of that because I didn't think it was. I don't know. I was working. But what are we doing here? So I'm back home now. It's Friday the 6th, and I'm sitting down and I'm having a beer, and I'm going to talk about bees for a minute. What I'm doing here on the video is I'm assembling the frames, and I'm using the yellow panels in the middle are called right cells. Those are basically starter panels for the bees to build off of. In reality, you could just put 4 pieces of wood together in an empty frame, drop it in a hive, and they will build. They will build pretty much exactly what these frames do. It just gives them a little head start. It just gives them a nice foundation for them to do it. And I do, because I'm frugal like that, I do buy these things unassembled, and I buy them in bulk. And quite honestly, there's a significant savings. If you have any aptitude and you want to spend a little bit of time with a nail gun, they go together really easily, and you save a lot of money. A lot of money. And they don't take up any space. I purchased enough frames and enough right cell panels to outfit 3 complete hives. But it's like 2 boxes, and they sit in the corner of the room, and I saved a ton of dough. So, yeah, I'm not a beekeeper, but I did spend the night at a Holiday Inn last night. Is that right? No, that's not a commercial. Anyhow, what you see in that yellow and black box there, the Apistan box, is the pesticide that is very, very effective at treating varroa mites. And I do have them in my hive. And I mentioned before that it's not uncommon for a bee to pick up a mite or 2 while it's out gathering stuff and bringing it back to the hive. However, a healthy hive and unstressed bees can typically mitigate the problem themselves without the use of any human interference. It's the underpopulated, it's the already stressed out because they're not getting enough water, or just unhealthy hive in general that's just not together enough to keep these mites out. And the mites are very devastating to a hive. They basically consume their hosts, which is the bees and the larvae, and they will kill your hive. It doesn't happen overnight. This is not something that needs to be treated like yesterday kind of thing. It could take a year, it could take 3 years for the mites to get an upper hand on a hive, but I'm not giving them that long. They get a couple weeks to figure this out. If the bees can't figure it out, I'm going to drop those strips in there and go nuclear on them. You know, it is what it is. So I'm putting these guys together. We're going to go take a look up on the hill. I have every intention to add a second brood box onto this guy here, and in another, I don't know, 6 weeks or so, maybe we'll be looking at some honey boxes on top. But you know, it's Mother Nature. Things happen. Weather's very dependent. So let's go ahead and I'll get everything fired up, get in my little suit here, and I'll be filming this with a different camera. Today we'll be doing an HF20, that's what it is, my Canon. HF20 on a tripod. It's got way better definition than the Contour and that Kodak Z18 that I've been using. And I want to see if you guys get a good look at old Queen Chutney there. So I'll stop talking. And oh, I'll go ahead and do a spoiler alert right now. I'm not going to subject you to the next 47 minutes of video that it took me to find this doggone queen. Those youngster queens are wiggly, I'll tell you what. And she was not wanting to be found. And it was good, like 43 or 45 minutes before I found the panel with her on it. So it was about my 4th pass through the hive. And geez, I only have 9 panels to look through. So it can be a little tense. I won't say stressful. It's not stressful. Look at all the babies on this lid as I open it. Oh, that's awesome. It's just awesome. They're awesome. All right, so we're going to scoot around here a little bit. I do have the second box here with me, and I'm going to do a little editing here, and I'll just kind of show you the next some highlights of the next 45 minutes.
Brand new bee. Oh, there she is. You stinky little butthole. See if I get it in this camera. Where are we at? She's right there. Got a little spot of pink on her back. See if I can edit that. She's right there. Okay. On this corner. Right there's the pink. Whew. Girl, you give me a skirt.
So here's where she sits. We've got 2 brood boxes there. If you were watching when I was assembling and reassembling the boxes, I was intermixing brand new frames with the existing frames just to kind of spread them out among the entire hive. I think, personally, I think that just, it speeds the process in giving them the idea that they need to consume some more space. So hopefully they'll stay healthy. Hopefully they can get on top of this mite thing. Hopefully I can keep the birds away and stop eating them. Got to get my slingshot out or something because of damn songbirds. But I don't know. I guess bees and the birds have been battling it out for centuries, so I don't know there's much that I can do to help them. But we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. And as long as their numbers keep growing, then I know something's happening. And it might be 6 weeks or so before I can add a honey box. It's Mother Nature, man. Things can happen. The weather could cool off. Something could happen to the hive, you know. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed and let Mother Nature do what Mother Nature does. I appreciate you guys hanging out, sticking with this series. If you got any questions, just throw down a comment down there. I'll do my best to answer them. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. Talk to you later. See ya!